Well, I started last night tearing down the 880 block that I picked up off of Marketplace, and started going through here, and it had some water in the cylinders from sitting outside because why cover anything up that you plan on selling? But the cylinders aren't complete. That wasn't down. That don't get out of there. The cylinders aren't horrible looking. They do need to be honed. I went ahead and cleaned up the top of that piston just to see what the pistons were going to turn out looking like. Same thing on that one. And if we come around to this side, it's a little bit more wetter than the other side, and I need to get the water out of there and coat that with WD-40. Had slop in the timing chain, of course, but that's a disposable part. It is a bit of a sludgy motor, so I did have some problems getting one of my lifters out, but I think after I take these lifters apart and clean them and rebuild them a little bit, just go through them and get all the crap out, I think they'll be fine. The cylinder heads, on the other hand, there is a sadness. So let me kill this light. I pulled the cylinder heads off, and I read on a lot of places that these things are prone to cracking, and sure enough, got a crack. And usually they say it's like 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 cylinder heads has a crack in it. Well, hell, didn't I sure get lucky and get 2 of them off of the same engine that had cracks in them. And I am pretty sure if they would have probably ran this for another 5,000 miles or so, this would have turned itself into one of those custom 2-piece cylinder heads that we all hear about. But, yeah, that's all the digging I've done in it so far. We're still trying to get the Honda cranking. We got some electrical issues going on here that we need to get figured out. So in between figuring this out, I've been messing around with the block. And another little side note on these cylinder heads. Since I'm going to be looking for another, basically the same set of heads, I went ahead and I kept the retainers and the keepers and actually the valves out of it, because the valves weren't in horrible condition. I mean, there was 1 or 2 of them that were some oil burning nasties, but you never know. I could pick up a set of heads that has a slightly bent valve, and this way I don't have to worry about going out and buying a new one. But these ones are heading off to the scrapyard, and by next Tuesday they will be some silly part on a Kia. And the next thing I'll be doing is pulling the oil pan, but I want to leave it in this position for a couple days and let all the oil drain down inside, because it is a sludgy mess. But right now I'm going to get to cleaning these cylinders out over here and wiping them and getting some WD-40 in here to try and preserve it so it doesn't get worse sitting in the garage. So it's kind of a short, it's not a short, ongoing project. But Happy New Year, everybody. And hopefully this one's better than the last. All hail internal combustion. Like and subscribe.